How you doing, Luke? Connor, I got mixed up there for a sec.
Ow!
I saw Luke's name in chat from before, and I read the chat, then looked at you and went, "What the fuck?" How you doing though? You doing all right? Oh.
Which one, me or Luke?
Connor,
What?
are you
Yeah,
okay?
I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling.
I've got no beer, and
Okay,
it's upsetting me. My beer's downstairs, and I can't pick it up.
Yeah. It'll be boiling hot by the time you get it.
Nah, it's in a conservatory that's freezing cold constantly. It's literally on ice constantly. I love it.
You know what that is?
What is that?
Rife.
Fuck off with that term. Never ever say that to me or I'll beat you. Do I have to get a rife emote now or something? Like make a new emote that only tier 3s can do. It's just the word rife.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's the fucking way to do that.
We have a ton of news. Like, we have 12 pages to go through. And probably even more because we've got news that Connor hasn't written down. Haven't we, Connor?
Trust me, the whole media news will take a while. It's more or less like several, like, it's like a topic that will branch out into several topics.
Okay, well, that seems like a good idea. I'm dying. I don't know why I've got like podcast. It's the podcast time. You're completely right. The fuck was that?
I dropped my charger.
I thought you shit yourself. Oh, the dog had slipped on the floor and fell over. My dog does that so much. There's a piece of the floor in the living room that's slippy, and he'll come running towards you, and then you'll forget about the floor piece, put his foot down, and just slip. It's fucking hilarious.
Dogs are the best, man.
They are.
Honestly.
You are completely right. I wanted so many fucking dogs. Should I do a Cooper emote?
Yes.
If you donate £5, you can get a little doggo.
I still don't understand the egg emote. That's just kind of weird to me.
It was a meme that we had where I used to play a game called Egg 1941, and it was a World War II egg shoot 'em up.
Fuck's sake.
And you'd kill people by firing your egg into people. People want a Cooper emote. We'll have to do a Cooper emote. I just want to make sure. Can you hear Connor okay? Because that is the first step I need to make sure of.
What?
Can they hear Connor okay? I just want to make sure. Can you hear Connor okay? Because that is the first step I need to make sure of. What? Yes, they can. Okay? They can actually hear Connor okay. That's the first time that's worked. Maybe 2 people calls are broken. Yeah, people want an egg emote. People want a Cooper emote. I'll do a Cooper emote next. Take a picture of my dog and then draw him. Can hear Connor. 10 out of 10 IGN. So, do you want to get into some news, Connor?
Oh my god, I have not cut. Yeah, sure.
Definitely the opposite of cut. Yeah, start with games, because I did that once, so I know the most. The Google Stadia.
Google Console.
The Google Console, the Stadia as it's called. Thoughts, feelings? It's really powerful. You can use any controller you want. There's tons of stuff. Connor with an E, they're saying now.
I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at that. Anyway. What's the aim of the Google Console? Like, is it trying to be made to contend with PlayStation and Xbox and all that?
It's trying to be made to rival them, along with the ability to cloud play games, so you can take your games literally everywhere with yourself, and you can play them on your phone, or you can play them on your PC, or you could play them on the console.
So it's a Switch on steroids?
Yes. Except for it's got a really horrible controller.
Yeah.
You can use your own controllers with it. You can plug in an Xbox controller, plug in a PlayStation controller. But that looks like the most uncomfortable thing to hold if you only have that.
That's true.
It was shown off at the keynote, the game development conference, which I want to try and go to next year because I'll have my leg. But yeah, they want to make a game platform for everybody that can provide games that are instantly enjoyable and bring together gamers and people that like to watch games. E.g., if I was playing on YouTube, somebody could join my game and play with me just by having the game.
Fair enough.
And if you're watching a YouTube video of someone playing it, you could just play the game.
The only problem I have with this, right, is what's the battery life going to be like?
I don't know, because it's a wired thing, it looks like a box that you have to plug into your TV at all times.
Oh, right, I thought it was going to be like, oh.
No, the controller might need it.
Right, the thing is, right, the controller has
Why are you
the
jumping on the
most
spot?
fatal flaw possible. The
do you mean?
fucking analog sticks are both in the same, like, corner,
sorry.
Like, kind of design.
Xbox, yeah, where's my Switch? Oh, it's all the way over there. The Xbox even does it. It's just Sony that does it, and now Google, and I find it so uncomfortable to sit like that instead of that. That's less comfortable. It's so much less comfortable to sit like that constantly. If you're meant to be playing for hours upon hours, fuck that.
People need to have a comfortable controller, otherwise it can, like, make or break the console.
You said about your leg. Luke's jumping on his leg because I can't use my good leg. He's a cunt. Yeah, it uses data centers, so there'll be, like, servers where you can just play games on a server, like a subscription service, a bit like Netflix. It's kind of become the Netflix of video games they want to do. You can play games on your phone, your tablet, your PCs. It's really powerful. You connect to a data center so you don't have to download the game. It's interesting.
I wonder what the bandwidth requirement's going to be for this, that kind of thing.
Probably a lot if they want to... It depends on the type of game, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Your stream's like a side-scroller. It's not going to be that big.
But if they're streaming like No Man's Sky...
Yeah.
That game is fucking huge. Talking about consoles, though, have you heard about the Sony news?
What?
Their new console that they've got in patents at the moment has a really weird... Like, it has a way to do full-on legacy CPU. Like, it could have multiple CPUs in it to allow you to play the other games. Like, the older games. You can play PS4, PS3, PS2, and PS1.
Yeah. Right, I see what you mean.
And a new one, which means they might end up having 5 CPUs. Now, I already thought the PlayStation 4 smelled and was boiling hot. Imagine 5 of them in one go. They're going to have a very good cooling solution.
The thing is, the whole point of, like, old games is that they were old and they have the whole nostalgia feeling to them.
It's the only reason I kind of play them, if I'm going to be honest. The nostalgia that I get.
Yeah.
I wouldn't...
But the thing is, like, it's getting to the point nowadays where no one is going to know those games. And the people who used to play those games back in the day are going to be, like, working, have jobs and shit, you know?
Yeah, it's like got a fall... It looks like... Because it says... I'm looking at the flowchart. It says start, which is the console starting up. And then it says, is the application designed for a new or legacy CPU? If it is new mode, it runs the system normally and goes to the end. If it is legacy, it runs the system in BC mode. I don't know what... I'm guessing that means backwards compatibility. And then it has, with selected available resources restricted, with selectable features disabled, with latency and instructions executions altered, and with algorithm details or operation altered. So they're going to allow for you to kind of run it on normal controllers. Like, you know how the PS1 controller didn't have analog sticks to begin with. I'm guessing that means that they're going to be able to disable stuff on the new controller to make it work. Which means it's going to be even harder to buy third-party controllers for it. I hope it goes well. That's all I can say.
The thing is, I feel like it's a very unnecessary thing to do. As good as it sounds to do, How many people nowadays are going to actively seek out to play a PS1 game?
Unless it's something from my childhood, I wouldn't. Ratchet and Clank Size Matters is probably the only game that I'd want to play on it.
Well, with Simpsons Hit and Run.
Simpsons Hit and Run was the shit, man. Yeah, I get what you mean by that. A bit of the Halo news. Halo is being released on PC. All of them.
I heard that it was like it's something like episodes or some shit. So they're releasing one at a time and like
they're releasing
episodes?
like a pack of the older ones and then they're going to release the new ones, like the newer ones. So I think from 4 to 5, like 4 and 5 will be released separately. As time goes on, they'll release the new ones as well. Bing! My dad's shouting in the background, I think. But yeah, that seems to be an interesting way to do it. It's like they said that Halo would never come out on PC, even though the first Halo was on PC.
It was good. I think it's because Bungie owns Xbox. Oh no, Xbox owns Bungie or something like that.
Yeah, but Microsoft own Xbox, so like.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Now it's all coming over at PC, and it's like, ooh. Because some people have never had an Xbox, they've only had computers.
Yeah.
The only reason I have an Xbox is to play the exclusives, and it's the same reason for the PlayStation. The only reason I have one is to play those exclusives, and obviously I have a Switch because it's so much fun. I play on my Switch more hours than I do on anything else.
What's that?
I play on my Switch more hours than anything else.
As you should. Best console on the market, in my opinion.
Actually, it's not just your opinion as we go on from that. You didn't realise this, but you just segued nicely into the market shares. The Nintendo Switch owns 46.1% of the market shares, which means it has a higher market share than the PlayStation. It's only just overtaken it.
Guess what, lad?
It raised in the total market shares in numbers wise, the PlayStation lost 500,000 while the Switch gained 1.1 million. In sales, the Switch gained 1.1 million sales compared to the PlayStation losing out on 600,000.
I think it's like, honestly, I reckon that's due to the whole thing of more and more people are accepting that PC is the way forward.
Yeah.
And therefore, like, no one wants to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation.
The only reason I have them is for those exclusives like Spider-Man. Yeah, Portable's good though, that's the thing. It's the only reason I enjoy it. Hang on, to put into context, this year, the overall sales numbers are 2.4 million was sold for the PS4. Already, mind you, and it's only been, March. And yes, I do have a PlayStation. And Xbox has sold 742,000 copies. And then the Switch has sold 2.7 million copies this year already. Like, Jesus Christ! It's fucking smacking them down. Like, honestly, I think that the Switch is going to be one of the biggest consoles of all time.
I feel like they've just the Switch matched everything that people who like Nintendo want.
We want something that we can carry around and play with.
Like that.
Yeah, everyone wants to carry something around and play with it and play with your friends. And they want it to be child-friendly, but they also want it to appeal to adults, so they have the adult-style games on there too. That's something I really didn't enjoy about some of the other Nintendo stuff. Like the 3DS, there's not very many games that adults will play. I own Animal Crossing and Pokemon for my 3DS, and that's it.
I didn't even bother buying a 3DS.
I got one for Christmas. I just have a smashed up Sony phone next to me right now, and I do mean smash the fuck up. Hang on. The screen doesn't work on it. The back's all smashed up. Sony, I don't hate your products, just this one really didn't like the fall. I only got
Genuinely
Pokemon.
took a hammer to that fucking hell.
No, I didn't. Do you know what I did?
What?
I had a slight fall with it in my pocket and it just shattered. Because the back is made of glass, and the front is not made from a very strong type of glass. And it shattered into my leg, and it like cut all my leg open, it sucked, and I was bleeding. I can fix it, easy, but it's being destroyed. Anyway, do you know hear some... You know about the Epic Store I was talking about it earlier with you, Connor? Well, the game Outer Worlds, which is a game by Obsidian, apparently didn't know that the Epic Store was saying that it's going to be an Epic Store exclusive at first. So the Epic Store was saying that you could only get it on the Epic Store first, but Obsidian Entertainment was not even made aware of the move, so the developers didn't know about it in any form.
It looks a good game.
I mean, it looks bloody lovely, and I'm going to be playing it so much, but what happened? How can they not let that happen? Like, they should tell whoever's programming it to do the programming. Makes sense. Like, they were adding Steam achievements to the game when the news got let out, which means they were already getting ready to put it on Steam.
There must be like some legality issues going on there.
Possible communication issues within the company.
Like, if that was my company, I'd be fighting for my game to be put on Steam.
Yeah, I think Steam would be the better place to put it. Sorry, but the Epic Store just isn't... Like, it doesn't lay out nice, and I just hate to use it. I own 3 games on the Adam Score. One of them's Fortnite. One of them's... I forgot its name. Something. And the other one's... I forgot its name again. Generally, I just don't have any games that are interesting on the store because it's not enjoyable to me.
Is that what's it called? It's like a MOBA, a third-person MOBA. It's very similar to
Quirk Champions? No.
What's that game called? It's about the Greek gods, and it's not Greek. It's like a gods MOBA.
Smite. That what you're on about?
Smite. That's it. It's similar to Smite.
Slime Rancher. People are saying Slime Rancher was on there. I don't use the store. Oh well. Another thing though, Cuphead for the Switch. May have to make a small purchase. Here's the thing though. Apparently they're not going to make the game any easier. Their words, they will not make the game any easier. You'll just have to live with the difficulty. And you'll not believe how much of a... They should never change the difficulty. Did you know they changed the difficulty on Smash?
Why?
They said that no new players were enjoying it, which was true, because everyone was having their ass handed to them.
That was the point.
You get better by just playing and learning.
Easy games aren't fun. Like, if you're gonna buy a game, why do you want to have...
Would you play Dark Souls if you know you're guaranteed to win?
Exactly, people bought Dark Souls for the challenge.
Now, as we were talking about PlayStation earlier, there's a bit more PlayStation news. If you own a PlayStation, you can now get 12 months of subscription for €45 instead of 60. It's like 25% off at the moment. So it's easier to buy a 12-month subscription right now instead of buying individual subscriptions.
I don't use my PlayStation enough to pay for the online stuff.
I don't either, to be honest. I only used my PlayStation to play Spider-Man on. What else is here? I'm trying to see if there's any other news I've written down before we go into tech. Microsoft are branching out more into cloud gaming now. They're going to start doing more games where you can just play on the cloud. I don't like how this is going. I really don't. I like the ability to own a physical game, and I feel like in a couple of years I'm not going to be able to reach into a cabinet, pull out a game and play it. I pulled out a PlayStation 3 game. That shows how how. I pulled out Test Drive Unlimited 2, which was the shit back in the day. It was like Forza for PlayStation. I loved it. But yeah,
the whole thing about owning a physical copy of the game is like nowadays you can do the whole system share thing or whatever it's called, license transfer. That's it.
yeah.
And then two people can own the digital copy of the game. It's like, why would you know, buy it once or like instead of buying it twice?
Honestly, I get why it happens.
Thomas, good night.
Night.
What time do you want to be up?
6.
Are you going to have a bath?
Yeah, 6.
At 6?
Yeah.
Right. Jazz.
What time do you going to be up? It's not like I have physio tomorrow. My knee's all fucky wucky. No, but I like a physical library of games, and I know that's not popular for a lot of people. But I like the ability to be able to grab a game. I grabbed Tiger Woods 2004 though. And I have the ability to be able to grab a game and just be able to play it. Not needing internet, not needing all this faff on. I can just grab a game and start playing.
You're like you're a very small niche in the market.
I know, that's the problem. Like, I can just grab Skyrim and start playing it. I like that. Nintendo's done the good thing. Fucky Wookie Knife Knee. Hi, Broccoli. I think physical games are going to go away completely soon. As more and more people get internet, I'm pretty sure that's when they'll do it. Because
I feel like especially since with the whole like Xbox and PlayStation thing of how you've got to install the game nowadays.
Yeah.
So the disc is literally useless.
Yeah.
So like,
It's practically a key, a disc. I think as now Indie is getting more internet, as of evident from the T-Series PewDiePie battle. Subscribe to PewDiePie, that's a national thing to say. Especially because he's from the UK at the moment. He lives in the UK, I should say. But as more and more of these areas get internet, I'm pretty sure it's just going to go away in physical medium altogether. Make webcam bigger. I can't, that's the problem. If I make it bigger, I screw up my entire view. Plus, we're going to be getting some more people soon for us all to be on a webcam.
Do you want to announce it, or do you want to wait until...
Nah, we'll announce it. We'll announce it. Me, Connor, and Kurt are going to... Well, if Kurt can. We're going to be trying to meet up once a week and recording the podcast on a Friday, then putting it out on the Sunday. So you'll be able to get a better conversation and you'll get a slightly better edited video where you can see some like graphics across the screen explaining stuff like that way. So thought that might be a nice way to show. Connor is now a permanent member, by the way.
Basically, the podcast is getting a quality check.
Yeah, we're getting a quality improvement. I will still say I'll be professionally unprofessional in everything I do. That's the best way to put it. I'm going to have to buy another green screen blanket, I think, because if we green screen at the table, so we're just floating in midair with our elbows resting on nothing, I'm pretty sure that'd be pretty cool. Just green screen everything, barring the people, and we're fine.
Right, anyway.
But yeah, cloud gaming. I think that'll become the new thing. Or at least just digital copies, because hard drives are getting bigger and bigger. SSDs are getting bigger and bigger. Don't see a point, do you?
No. I really don't see the point in
What's up with the audio? What's wrong with it? Keep going.
It's like the Switch has got such a small hard drive for such like nice games, and it actually is. It holds its own, you know.
For me, Connor is echoing a lot. That's where are you right now? You're in your bedroom, aren't you?
I'm in the living room. Is there an echo?
I think so. I think you're echoing.
Just sit under the blanket. Fucking picture tent. But
But yeah, I don't think physical things are going to be a thing in the years to come at all.
Definitely not. You'll probably pay for your console or whatever, and then everything's just going to be bought online.
Yeah. I mean,
feel like
I have
games-
300 games on Steam now. Imagine if I had 300 discs I had to put one in every time I wanted to play.
Exactly.
That isn't reasonable. I mean, for the Switch, I get it. It's a small thing, small sizes. I get that. I have to get an SD card to be able to play some games.
Like, I don't even play on PC that much, and I've got 60 games on my fucking Steam library.
I have
it just
300.
goes-
There's a big difference. We play games a different amount as well, though, if you think about it. I probably play a lot more hours than you do.
Yeah.
Because you don't have as much time to, or you're normally doing something.
But plus, it allows the market to shop the deals a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely can't remember the last time I paid full price for a game because it's just so easy.
It's so easy to just wait for a sale or go on a website that does sales, and
Exactly.
it's easier. So much easier. I think the last time I played full price for a game was for a Switch game.
I feel like the biggest factor that we're completely forgetting about here is you don't have to leave your house and deal with people.
Yeah, fair point. Lots of people have social anxiety this day from all those years of being fucked up. So many wars, and now we're stuck with this byproduct of being awkward to talk to people because we're scared immediately that they're not going to like us.
See, have you ever been in a game recently and tried to buy something, and then they're just like, "Oh, would you like to buy this also? Would you like a warranty? Would you like a fucking membership card?" No,
I tried to buy a pack of Pokemon cards from there, and they were like, "Would you like to get would you like a game card with that?" I'm asking for a pack of cards. Have you seen the new Pokemon games that came out? Yes, I own them. Do you know what? That's why I go to WH Smith for my Pokemon cards. I'm not even kidding. I go there because there's a really nice lady behind the counter that I get there and she's like, "I know what you want. You want Pokemon cards? Yep. Alright, there you go. Give me your money." Then I just walk out. Literally 5 seconds, 5 seconds. She sees me and gets them out for me ready because she knows I'm going to go and buy some because it's the only thing I buy from there. She knows exactly the type of pack I want, and she knows I like a random selection from the box because it gets me more chance of getting rare ones. Like this fuck. It's beautiful. Beautiful card. I've got it in a plastic wrap right now, but it's a beautiful card. But yeah.
It's just the whole thing of like a money grabby company.
It's like the whole thing that like newspapers are now dying. Like less and less people actually pay for the news anymore.
Exactly, because Twitter just replaced it so badly.
I think everything replaced it. Even news sources replaced themselves by publishing all their articles online. Sometimes they charge a bit of money, but I tell them to go fuck themselves.
ITV iPlayer or something like that.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I cutting out?
Yeah, I'm checking if you can hear me now.
I can hear you fine.
Oh yeah, I can hear you absolutely fine.
Alright, right, sound.
I get my Pokemon cards from the dollar store. Oh, we don't have those in the UK. We have a Poundland, but everything's a pound and you can't buy Pokemon cards there because like £4 a pack. I have an addiction problem with that shit. Like, honestly, I have so many fuckers. I have a big box, like, round the corner. Anyway, what you said? You were saying something.
That's it. That's what. Like, I feel like there's a whole thing of how. Have you ever seen like the stories of people going into like GameStop and things like that?
And it's like horrible stories.
Yeah, there's these stories of these fucking big scary workers putting pressure on these like socially awkward teenagers trying to buy their video games into buying a fucking stupid, I don't know, warranty for a PlayStation. Or this one lad, they forced him to try and buy a pre-owned PlayStation. And it didn't even work.
What the fuck?
It was ridiculous.
I think they're generally dying. All those stores are just going to end up dying out.
Exactly. I honestly, I give them two years max.
I give them less than that. I think next year I won't be able to see a game store anymore.
Grunge Games is already shut down, huh?
That made me upset, that, because I used to like to buy old games. Because some old games you can't just buy a copy of, and that's the sad part. I cannot go and buy a PlayStation 2 game almost anywhere in where we live.
Maybe CX?
Very rarely the ones that I want, though.
Uh,
Yeah. Where the fuck am I going to go and buy the Ultimate Spider-Man?
uh,
Like, generally, I have the full thing, the manual and everything, with the advert for X-Men Legends 2 on the back. Face the Apocalypse, October 2005. That just shows you how long I've owned this. My disc...
remember manuals for games?
Oh, God. Nostalgia. Nostalgia. We're back time machine time. But yeah.
It's like, fuck.
I actually own a game. Oh, fuck yeah. I own something made... Oh, I don't. I have the thing. It's like a disc cleaner for your console, so it would clean the laser.
Dora,
Don't
don't do that.
The fuck's that? Honestly,
Open the fist.
even Nintendo have got, like, these massive cases. These are all Pokemon. They're actually all Pokemon. I wasn't even kidding. Like, we got 1, and we got 2, and we got 3, and we got 4, got 5. I just have Pokemon cases galore because some of them do consoles, and some of them don't allow for downloads, and that's upsetting because obviously you can't download everything. There's a finite amount of storage you can have.
Okay.
Like, the Switch can only hold up to a 256 gigabyte SD card, and I can tell you could probably fill that up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But as we're going into the tech news, we may as well continue on to the tech news. There's a new browser coming to Windows 10, which will be replacing Edge. That's built on the browser I use called Chromium, which is open source Chrome. You can do some nice developy stuff in it. And they're getting rid of some features like the ability to, like, save your blocks, but you can get dark mode for everything using it, which is the only reason I'm going to use it.
I honestly don't see the reason in people trying to make like competitive browsers anymore.
I use Chromium because it is something I can modify and it's a developer browser. That's the only reason I use it. It allows me to, like, write web plugins, and that's the only... Hang on. Here's an absolute banger. Titanfall!
Oh, banger of a game. Fucking love it. I actually downloaded it recently because we need to play it.
Yes, Purge Edge. So Purge is Edge is dying, being replaced with like a Google Chrome-esque type thing. Have you heard the Apple news?
What about?
The new iPhone that will be released this year will be able to charge up other iPhones, but still will not use USB Type-C.
Why? This is coming from somebody with an iPhone. No.
You should probably get out of the iPhone range next time you have a chance, mate. Because it's just not going to be good. USB Type-C should be the way forward. Because it is so much easier to use stuff. It's like Apple have also got a game subscription service that's supposedly going to be coming out soon.
No.
Pay a monthly price and you can have games downloaded to your phone.
Why? Right, I genuinely am just not one of them people who play games on the fucking phone.
No, I only play them when I have nothing else to do. Like, my Switch has died and I'm at the top of a mountain.
Because, like, when I'm on my phone, right...
It's almost
like,
as stupid as Logan Paul saying that the Earth is flat in his new videos.
Oh, Christ.
But yeah...
Logan going down the shit. It's just simple as that.
He was already down the shitter from day one. No, in the App Store, you can now... pay a subscription service that will be announced tomorrow, supposedly, to allow you to get certain games on a subscription service.
No.
It's just a no, you're not going to allow that to happen.
Nope. Just ban it. Thank you.
Another bit of tech news for you. Netflix is setting up a $3 a month plan for mobile phones only.
Good idea, actually.
That is a really good idea. Install an Android emulator on your computer and pay very little. I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. You could probably get quite a lot of trouble for that. But like, who wants that? Nobody wants that. That's the thing. But the Netflix thing, I think, is a good idea. For the $3 a month, and you can only use mobile phones to do so. Because when's the last time you actually used Netflix on anything but your phone?
I don't use Netflix on my phone.
I only use Netflix on my phone, and maybe my computer if I'm in the middle of like trying to watch something and while doing work.
Oh yeah, you whack your fucking like your show on the second monitor and you sound.
Here's the thing though, my phone's got USB Type-C, which your bastard phone does not, which is I can plug a HDMI in and output the screen to my other monitor. It's actually ridiculous. Another bit of news for you coming at you is GoFundMe has pledged to remove all anti-vax campaigns off GoFundMe.
Honestly, he should. Like, I don't see
Hang
a
on.
reason as to why.
Here's the first thing I can give you.
Oh.
Well done! I'm so happy. I'm not going to get political. Don't worry.
No. I just realised we shouldn't really.
Although I do say this, vaccinate your kids.
No, actually, you know what, right? You know, fuck that. If you're an anti-vaxxer, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You're killing your children.
If you're an anti-vaxxer, unfollow me. Go away. Just get your kids vaccinated. It is so much needed.
Vaccines do not cause autism.
And what's wrong with autism in the first place?
Exactly.
I'm autistic. People are saying we should purge the anti-vaxxers off the planet. Just drop some polio. Too far.
Release a disease and then watch them all just drop like flies.
Release the Black Plague. We got some Huawei news, or however you pronounce that. They leaked the P30 on its own website, so they've released some information about it, really. It's got some new colours that are meant to be sky and water themed, is what they're saying. It's got a spectrum sensor, telephoto lens, a periscope lens, wide-angle lens, and a TOF camera, whatever the fuck a TOF camera is.
Fuck no. Who cares?
You can now zoom in so far you can see the moon on your phone.
See the moon with my eyes, man.
See more light in the dark.
Dara.
You'll be able to capture beautiful moments like a romantic candlelit dinner or fireflies dancing in the bushes. Should be able to take that anywhere. Autism makes you smarter, I think. Yeah, it does. It does make you smarter, autism. I honestly, that's the only thing I'll toot my own heart about. I'm autistic, and it helps me think differently compared to a normal person. But yeah, I don't get that. They're like, oh, you can use a super high ISO to take pictures in the dark. But here's the thing. If you're taking a photo in the dark with light, then surely you want it to look like it does. You wouldn't want it to be washed out horribly, would it?
I think people need to realize, like, especially phone developers, need to realize that no one cares about a photo, like a camera on a phone. If it's someone's a photographer and they care about photography, they'll buy a DSLR.
Yeah. You know what we were saying about diskless and physical copy non-less consoles?
Yeah.
Xbox One is releasing... Well, Microsoft is releasing a diskless Xbox One, so you can only pay for digital games. May 7th it comes out. It comes out in 2 months.
Is it cheaper?
Yeah.
That's a fucking baby. What are you paying full price for that?
And you can't use discs in it.
Do you remember, like, back in the day when the Xbox One first came out, and they said that, oh, don't worry, we're not going to force you to buy a Kinect. And then they did. They forced everyone to buy one.
And then they got rid of it after the backlash. I still have my Kinect, because I got the Day 1 edition.
Same.
And I'm just checking something. Is it here? No, where's it gone? Can't find my old Xbox controller. I had I had the Titanfall one. And I played it so much that this stick ripped out of place and is permanently like that unless I want to fix it. And I haven't had time to do so yet. Like, it is stuck out of place.
Get a new controller?
It's the Titanfall one, though. I have a normal controller I can use. It's the Titanfall one that I can't use. Because, you know, like that white one that they made with the orange and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful, and I loved it. My mum got me it because she bought me Titanfall on day one. Oh, they had a controller, so I thought I'd get you that too. And I was like, really? Anyway, we're going to go into Connor for the media section of the music and stuff.
Oh, right, lads, here we go. Right, fucking, I'm riled up for this.
Connor
Right,
section.
this is a topic I feel so personally attached to that I have to, like, bring it up to, like, rant about it because it bothers me so deeply.
We're going to have one Alex Jones now, folks.
Yeah, alright, I'm basically the Alex Jones of media. But Disney do not care about their fans.
Oh, full right. Full
They are
right.
absolute scumbags. They were such a great company that ruled the market of media. Everyone loves their stuff, and they just don't care anymore.
Didn't they just buy Fox? They bought Fox recently.
Like, just think about it, right?
What how long that's been?
What have they done to Star Wars?
Tears it a new lightsaber hole.
Ruined it. That's what they're fucking done.
I thought I tried to put a PG twist on it, but okay.
Ah, this is not a topic to be the PG about, even though it's Disney, right? But anyway, because the way I came onto this realization is that I'm a very big fan of the Lion King.
I am.
Right.
It's like my childhood.
Right?
Yeah.
And the fact that they're making a live action remake of The Lion King that doesn't need to be made is utterly pathetic.
Hang on, they want you to say something is turning all the frickin' frogs gay.
Something is turning all the fucking frogs gay down.
Don't you understand that? Turn the frickin' frogs gay. Ha! Don't shoot! Yeah! Frogs gay! No, but I get you, mean. They are screwing everything they have owned.
Exactly.
They're genuinely screwing it.
It's their way of cashing out. It's all they care about now.
Have you seen the live action remakes, what they look like?
It's awful.
Fucking delete that shit. We've got Will Smith as the fucking genie.
As all that, yeah.
That made me cry. That made me genuinely burst out in tears and crying. Out of both, it was fucking hilarious, and they've just ruined the legacy of Robin Williams. Robin Williams was the best. He's gone.
It's true. It's not even a live action movie. The Lion King is not live action because it's a picture that's CGI'd.
It's all CGI, but they're calling it live action because the CGI is that good.
It's fucking pathetic. The thing, right, did you watch The Jungle Book?
Yes.
The live action Jungle Book.
Oh, not the live action one.
Oh, right. Basically, to give you a quick rundown of the live action Jungle Book, it was the same kind of story, but it had a very shit feel to it. It was the same plot without all the key elements that made the Jungle Book touch your heart.
So the whole thing about how friendship's the most important thing and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, it was just all gone. It was just pure gone. Like, this whole thing of like how Mowgli and Baloo became such good friends, that was just gone.
See, I haven't went to go and say any of the live action stuff Disney does. For good reason. You know they're making a live action Mulan. The day that comes out, I will punch them. Honestly, Mulan was the best. What?
They're making a live action of everything now.
Yeah. Let's get down to business to defeat the cartoons. You're not going to do anything there. Hang on, how are they going to do the dragon? They can't. There's no such thing as a real dragon. It's It's gonna suck. Sucky, suck, 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 suck.
I came up with this analogy. Disney are the EA of the media industry.
You're right. You are actually very right about that.
They had something great once, and then they've just...
What about a live-action Kim Possible? I'm pretty sure that's something they've discussed.
Oh, the live-action Kim Possible, no one wanted it. No one asked for it. And yet they did it and made it awful.
They make everything awful now. Honestly, I'm sad. I'm so sad. I like Disney. I like Star Wars. I liked this shit. I liked Wreck-It Ralph. I watched Wreck-It Ralph 2 and I loved it. That was fucking amazing. Keep doing that.
Yeah, it was actually. It was really good.
I have the entire playlist saved to my phone of all the songs because it puts me in a good mood. This is what you need to do. I know that I'm just a random shouty man on the internet.
It's just...
Pisses me off.
I really don't understand it. I feel like they're just out of content and they're out of ideas. And they're just trying
No, I think they've now went from the whole, we want to make people happy, to the whole, we only care about our money because it means we can live afterwards.
Yeah.
I've always said, when I've started this, from the very start, I had one follower, which was my bot, and I simply said this: I do not care about all of that money that YouTubers and Twitch streamers get. I could be on PewDiePie's wages, yet I'd still live in an okay house that would be quite cheap. Like, it'd be a normal person's house, and I would still have a normal car, and I'd still have all this stuff, because all I care about is making as many people happy as possible. As many people, because if you don't, you become the new age of Disney, where you're just trying to relive the old magic, but with a modern twist, which is shit. They're trying to get back to the glory days that they used to have, where they were this media mogul, where everybody wanted to watch their stuff.
Like, no one should ever be trying to be living in the past. You should be constantly moving forward.
You gotta always live in the present, or the future, in fact. You gotta think about the next thing you're gonna do. Don't sit there and wait for something to hit you in the face.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, I feel really bad about Disney right now. I feel like, with these live actions, no one's gonna go and see them that actually like them. They're going to get tons of bad press, they'll get tons of bad things done about them, and it will make them feel shit. And then they'll go, why doesn't anybody love us? Well, it's obvious, isn't it?
Exactly.
You've destroyed your entire brand.
I just don't think... I really do not think that they care about us, the viewer.
When did they ever?
I'm a big believer in, if the story is done, don't try and do it again.
Don't do it again.
Star Wars was done. It ended on a great...
I know sometimes you watch anime. Have you watched Spirited Away?
So you cut out.
Have you watched Spirited Away before the anime?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I will do the basic premise now, and this will involve the end, so anybody that hasn't seen it, that is interested in seeing it, just quieten for a little bit. I'll do this symbol when you're allowed to talk again. Anyway. In Spirited Away, the start of it is, she's in a car, she's moving away from home, and they go through this tunnel and go along to this world of the spirits, where, like, all the spirits live. It's like, oh, it's an all-happy thing, and it turns out, before that, their parents were really greedy, so they were turned into pigs for the spirits to eat. And there's, like, this whole thing where she's just trying to get back home, so she can live with her family, even though her parents... Yeah, parents come back at the end. But the whole thing is to try and make her happy and great again. And the studio said they will never, ever do a second one, because there's no point. The character's happy at the end. There is nothing that they can do about that point unless she wants to go back to the world of the spirits, where she's made to work as a slave. Why would people want to see that again? Do you get me?
You're exactly right. No one should ever, like, force a second story out.
Yeah, there's my thumb. Have my thumb. But yeah, the studio's really popular and got millions and millions and millions of, like, pounds and stuff saved up. Because they make these one movie things where it's really good and it's so good. I'm at a craft store now, so I've got to go. I'll be back next week. Have fun at the craft store. Make some stuff. Send that stuff to the Discord. We can have a little talk about it. It's quite a lot of fun. I like to see people building stuff. Like, I've got a table saw coming to my house because I'm building some shit. Like a new desk, because this one's being set on fire once we hit our goal. Yeah, I'm setting my desk on fire for 800 followers. I don't think Connor knew about this.
Right, anyway, back to the matter.
Yeah, they don't need to rehash the same shit to try and get popularity. Go into animation movies. That is what you're good at. Make new ones. Make brilliant ones. Like, even Tangled Frozen's getting a second one. I didn't think they needed a second one.
No, they didn't.
Watch there be a live-action Frozen in the next 5 years.
Oh, no. Like, imagine Frozen ever live action fucking,
I know what a live-action Frozen is. It's called Game of Thrones. Did you know Elsa, the ginger one? No, that's the blonde one. Anna, the ginger one. They were going to give her fire powers and have like a story of fire and ice, which is just Game of Thrones!
Oh, fuck off.
They were going to give her ice powers in the first one, but then pulled out of it last minute.
Like, just fuck off.
Can you imagine if that's how it went out to be? She had fire powers and but the other one had ice powers, and they just started battling for hours on end.
Actually, right, let's segue this into the next topic that I have. Superhero movies.
Fucking amazing, but what? The universe is dying for both topics right now, I think. After Endgame, where the fuck are they gonna go? They've literally destroyed the biggest, the most powerful being in the galaxy.
The thing is, why do they want to stop Thanos?
What? Why they want to stop Thanos? Because he wants to destroy half the universe. Apparently that's a bad thing.
He did.
Yeah, but they can get him to reverse it.
It's done.
But they can get him to reverse it.
No,
they can. He can reverse it.
the Infinity Gauntlet's broken. It doesn't work anymore.
They can fix it. They can fix everything. It's how these movies work. Everything's happened. You know how the next movie ends, and I can guarantee it. Ant-Man shrinks really small, crawls up Thanos' butthole, grows full size. Yeah, rip him apart. Problem solved.
Well,
That's
the
how.
whole point of the whole reason as to why I brought up the whole superhero topic is like, there's no
DC's getting a whole reboot.
story anymore.
DC's getting a whole reboot. Marvel has reached its end game. Quite literally. It's literally called Avengers Endgame. They've reached their end. There's nothing else for them to do.
If I'm being honest, I feel like after Endgame, I'm gonna be happy to see it gone. But I know that's not gonna be the end.
They've already announced it's not going to end with Ant-Man climbing inside of Thanos' butthole and growing. Damn it.
But,
That's how I wanted it to end.
because like, did you watch Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
I absolutely hated Captain Marvel because there was no fucking plot to the thing.
It sounded like Feminism the movie to me at first. Hang on.
It's basically it was just some woman getting into fights constantly. There was no story. It was just, she's gonna go here now and fight this thing. Or she's gonna go here now and fight this thing. Oh, look, she's got her powers. It was just a boring story filled with, like, jumpy...
Here's the thing. Because she's going to be in Endgame, and we already know that, if Thanos hits her, there'll be so many outrages of a man hitting a woman in a film.
Oh, yeah.
The bad guy did the bad thing. Go on. It's a bad guy doing a bad thing. Luke's going to watch a movie, so goodbye, Luke.
Captain Marvel was a fucking... It was I've never watched... I'm yet to watch a fucking Marvel film since, like, Avengers 1. That was drawing me in.
Iron Man, all the Iron Man films, and Thor Ragnarok, I loved. But that's about it.
I think, honestly...
Have you
it
seen
was
Thor
just because
Ragnarok?
of fucking Google. No, I'll tell you what, right? The best Marvel film was Thor 1. And
I don't-
I'll tell you why.
Why? Go on, I don't
Because
think
the
so, but...
war- because there was the whole emphasis on Thor bringing himself from nothing. There
Yeah.
was no like ridiculously over the top fight scenes. There was none of this shit. It was just the story of Thor getting back his powers.
Did you watch the Iron Man films?
I watched 1 and 2, and then 3. I really didn't want to. It looks so boring.
I like number 1 the most. I like Iron Man, I don't know why. I think it's the technical stuff. It's Elon Musk, the movie, as I call it. But yeah.
But yeah, back to the point. Because like, if you think about it, in every other superhero apart from like that one, it was always like the character would go here, fight this guy, go here, fight this guy, go here, fight this guy, go to the end and fight the big baddie. That was it. But in Thor 1, it was like, it was a big fight. That's it, it's gone. No more powers. You can't fight anyone. Then you've got to watch him as he gets attached to these people, thinking his life's over and all this. And you grow to like be a fan of him and whatever the lady's called, I can't remember. Played by Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I know
You see, like,
this girl.
get attached to this love story, and then everything comes crashing down, and then you see him get rise back up and come back.
Did you
That, to
watch?
me-
Have you watched Ragnarok?
Yeah, I did.
I found that was kind of trying to do the same story.
Thor Ragnarok was just bad. It was just straight bad.
I liked it. I fucking loved it. But then again, I've still got that child mentality because I'm still very childish at heart. I like to watch movies where someone gets beaten the fuck out of.
That's what I think all these movies are made to do.
They're made to get the inner man-child and people happy.
Because like, realistically, everyone wants to watch a movie where someone gets kicked the shit out. But like,
Why do you think so many people watch UFC?
It's about media so much. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an interesting story that drives the attention, and then has the character have some kind of like clash within himself that makes it go stronger.
Hey,
then-
I'm making this thing now then. If we hit 300 followers, me and Connor will sit down and live stream us watching Thor 1.
It was great, man.
We'll sit down, and
Great.
we'll get to my house, and we'll watch Thor 1. We'll sit down with some beers. I'll get some Thor-themed beers, because there is Thor-themed beers, and we'll sit down and watch them. And cider for Connor, because I know he doesn't like beer so much.
It's another.
What? So does that sound good? Would people like that? Once we hit 300, me and Connor will have a drinking video where we sit and watch Thor. As long as we can do that on Twitch as TOS, I'll have to check with that one. If not, we'll just upload a video of us throughout the... we'll upload little videos of us so often. But yeah, I know we can't show the movie, but we could definitely like have our reactions to it as it goes along.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Well,
you've written Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp. What's that about?
right. The Pirates of the Caribbean series has been announced that they're going to have a new movie, and there may be like, you know, from that new movie there may be like another 3 or so. And because of that, the only thing people care about is seeing Jack Sparrow, right?
Yeah, he's the best character.
But Jack Sparrow is not going to be there. Or
Why?
at least Johnny Depp is not going to be playing Jack Sparrow.
Why?
And to me, I don't see anyone who can do Jack Sparrow apart from Johnny Depp.
I got a Jarda! I got a Jarda! You can't find it!
Exactly, because he was just some like lovable fucking nutcase.
He's a nutcase!
no
Have you
one-
seen him in real life? He's just bonkers and it's great! No one can play Johnny Depp except for Johnny Depp.
Exactly.
A Johnny Depp role is different than any other role in a movie because it is literally the insane character who like gets to an island. What are you doing with all my rum? Because it's been burnt on the floor. That's what made him a pirate.
Because the thing is, it's not really as much as Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow, or like Captain Jack Sparrow. It's just Johnny Depp playing Johnny Depp in a pirate costume. That's why it was great.
It's like the whole Nicolas Cage conundrum. You cannot watch a Nicolas Cage film because you'll know Nicolas Cage will do some stupid shit halfway through. Like it, I don't know if you watched Ghost Rider because those movies were shit.
I did, fortunately.
Do you remember the part when Nicolas Cage just drinks out of the flower vase and then pisses fire? Nicholas, yeah, he drinks out of a power. It is a bad movie, but he drinks out of a vase because he needs water. He was thirsty. It's weird. Okay, it's Nicolas Cage. I think Nicolas Cage generally has a bit in his scripts where it just says "Be Nicolas Cage." Genuinely. Is there any other movie news you want to talk about there, Connor?
Yes, back to superheroes, and it is the whole thing of the matching outfits.
Oh, I like the way they look. Like,
I think it looks absolutely ridiculous, and we've also kind of
no homo, kind of hot.
The image that's been leaked.
Yeah,
we know that somehow, some way, Iron Man returns home.
Because he's Iron Man.
Yeah, just somehow, even though he's dying and about to literally be dead, he's like showed up with matching fucking powers.
What did you do at the start of the movie? Thanos just snaps, picks up the catchable, and just chucks it towards Earth. just power spikes it into the ground. Now, hang on. I'm looking at this image here that you can't see, sadly. You see the one in the middle?
Yeah.
That's not a human-shaped head.
It's not.
I'm trying to figure out who that is at first, because I'm drawing a blank.
It's, you know, the robotic sister of...
of Gamorre's sister. Captain Marvel saves him, people are thinking. I swear, if that's how it ends. Because you know full well, if Captain Marvel saves him, he'll just be drunk trying to hit on him the entire time.
It's just...
That's Robert Downey Jr.'s pattern. He hits on women. Did you know he's actually really short?
Who? Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, he wears a pair of heels while he's walking around the cast members so he can fit in with the 6'3" blokes. He wears a pair of 5-inch heels to walk around with them. It's so fucking weird. It's because in his contract, he has a contract that he has to be like as tall as the other characters in the film. He has got a stigma, hasn't he? Come on, he's in a film where he gets to fuck Gwyneth Paltrow and build giant fucking robot suits, and he's still got a height issue.
The big thing that I'm constantly wondering about. What's Black Widow gonna do? What is the point?
What can't she do? That's the thing. She is fucking ninja on heels.
Like, how is Thanos going to be stopped by some slag and some stilettos?
What'd you do if she's the one that kills him? She picks up a stiletto and just chucks it and it lands right in his eyeball.
That's it. Game over. Done.
End game! We've won! Roll credits!
But, right,
why don't they give her an Iron Man suit?
Because,
hang on, Tony Stark has all of these Iron Man suits that are self-sufficient because he doesn't have the thing in his heart anymore, yet no one else is using them. They didn't even give one a Hawkeye! It's Hawkeye! He bloody needs one! He's gonna die!
She accuses him of rape. Smack the bang on the head there.
But yeah, what would you do if that generally happens?
What?
What would you do if, like... I want them all to wear Iron Man suit now. That's how I want the film to end. They all just power up in these big metal suits of armor and just all fire or blast at them constantly.
There's actually no reason as to why he couldn't give everyone an Iron Man suit.
And I actually remember this from the comic books. He says, and I quote, "They only fit me." They're only built to his height requirements and body requirements.
How long would it take him to fucking build the exact same model, just adjusted?
5 seconds.
Exactly.
He has a factory. He literally just needs to change a button.
I think it's just a thing of like he doesn't want to be left out.
That's his only power, though, isn't it? He's not like a world-famous fighter, or he's not got these superpowers. He just has his mind to build these robotic suits.
Exactly.
The Hulkbuster fits Banner. Yeah, it does, actually. The Hulk can fit inside Hulkbuster.
I mean, Bruce Banner can fit in the Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Right, I've got one last thing to talk about, and that is Netflix cancelling The Punisher and Jessica Jones.
Pisses me off. I love The Punisher. Sorry, I like a grungy movie or TV show where someone beats the shit out of somebody for hours on end.
The thing is about the whole The Punisher and Jessica Jones, it's that it's actually got a good story.
Yeah, it's got a good story and it's made to be gritty, so you can, like... I don't know if you've watched The Arrow before. Like, The Arrow was like a TV show. And you know how in the first couple seasons where he was, like, brutally murdery?
Yeah.
And then they changed it so he wouldn't kill anybody anymore.
Yeah, that was all.
What happened?
Okay.
Like, honestly, nothing could have happened to upset them like that.
Because, like, wait, think about this. What shows are they keeping to go on? They're going to be keeping Luke Cage and Daredevil.
Iron Fist.
And the Iron Fist and maybe Defenders. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I mean,
Right,
The Punisher, I get why it wouldn't be in Defenders, but it's still a great show and I love to watch it.
Right, just being straight up, right? Defenders, boring. Luke Cage, it was so heavily emphasised to Black Lives Matter that I just couldn't be arsed and stop watching.
It felt like they were trying to sell me something.
Yeah, it was genuinely, that's all it was. They were trying to sell you Black Lives Matter. And Daredevil, it was just, but why? The first season was great. The second season was a letdown.
I like gritty action stuff. I like action movies where there's a real emphasis on death. When I watched Luke Cage, I was like, well, he can't die, can he? Simple. He just can't because he's so powerful. They had one moment that I thought he was going to die. But then I realised, oh, wait, there's more episodes after this, so he can't die.
Yeah.
And then I watched Iron Fist. And Iron Fist is like fucking unstoppable. It's just too much power. You know what Marvel should do? Because Marvel still own Punisher. You know, because Marvel still owns Punisher.
Punisher was the perfect balance between gripping story and brutal action.
You know how I want this to end? You know how I want all of this cancelling these things to end? Because Marvel still own Punisher, obviously, they get the guy that acted as Punisher. Endgame, that's how Thanos dies. The Punisher just comes along and destroys him. They just bring these characters into the movie universe if they're not going to have them. Because the actor is good. The actors were very good. I love Jessica Jones. She was such a good actor. Here's the thing, though. They cancelled Jessica Jones, but they can't get rid of my profile picture on Netflix, which is a picture of Jessica Jones. Honestly, that really makes me upset that they deleted those. Not deleted them. You can still watch them, but I don't know how long they're going to be kept on the service.
Yeah.
What if they take them down?
Just like think about it this way.
It's not like they were shown anywhere else.
The Punisher and Daredevil are the only shows where you actually fear that their character might die.
Yeah, definitely. I generally always have the fear when I'm watching Punisher that he's just going to be shot and dies, or he's just going to be beaten too far, or he's going to be killed when he's caught, and he's never is. But you're scared about it because he's such a good character. And
like when you watch Page, or you watch Superman, or you watch fucking Green Arrow or some shit like that, you always know they're gonna live and they're always gonna come out on top.
It's like, did you watch? You know, well, of course you watched it, but you know, Punisher season 1, the ending.
Yeah,
I thought it ended there, and there was not going to be any further, like for most of that area. Because it was so much blood, so much gore. I was like, he's going to die or he's going to be killed.
It could have ended there, and I'd have been happy about it.
And then
Season
season 2 came out, and I was like, fucking god, yes! Kept going.
It was just honestly a brilliant program that was just hooked everyone in that watched it.
Amazing writers,
And
amazing actors, amazing cast.
The only, honestly, right, the thing that ticks me off the most about it is that they're not cancelling Luke Cage, Daredevil, or Defenders, or Iron Fist.
Yeah. I'd rather
they
have been the
still-
other way around. Cancel those four and give me the Punisher and Jessica Jones.
Like,
I
you could
genuinely mean
honestly-
that.
If you took away all of them, all of the Defenders, I would not care. But the fact that they're taking out just these two is ridiculous.
I don't know why they don't need to. The money that they're earning surely doesn't mean they'd have to cancel it.
No, they're making fucking bank from this series.
It's the only reason I own Netflix. Only reason is so I can watch that shit, because it's so much fun to watch someone be beaten in a film. I don't know why, it plays on the male, like on, well, not only males, but it plays on the mind. It's upsetting. So anything else you've got there? Or we're going to end it?
That's it for movies.
I've got nothing else, it seems like. Let's have a quick little look to see if there's anything I missed. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, that's me kind of going.
Should we talk quickly about the fucking Logan Paul stuff?
The what stuff?
About, like, the whole thing of him with the Flat Earth documentary.
Oh, Logan Paul believing in a flat earth.
No, not about him believing in the Flat Earth, because that's, like, fine. I mean, like, the whole thing of him making the documentary about it.
I didn't watch it, but go ahead. We can talk about this.
I haven't watched it either. I refuse to watch it. But it's just so coincidental.
feel
that
like
he
a
puts
lot-
out a conspiracy theory documentary straight after Shane Dawson puts out his conspiracy theory documentary.
Here's the
And
thing.
if you actually watch the intro of the fucking thing, because I watched it on Dramala, it's the exact same editing style with the exact same fucking like method of creating it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Logan Paul, he said this on quote. He said that he's only believing in the flat Earth to get with a girl.
That's the worst bit.
Hang on. So you believe in a flat Earth, but your world, e.g., the girl, probably isn't even flat. Honestly, pisses me off. You can believe in whatever you want. I will. Okay, you can believe in it. I might argue with you, but you can believe in it. I'm not gonna be penalising you for what your belief is. People believe in God. People believe in all this type of stuff. People believe in Brexit. Fuck that. But if you're doing it for a girl, it's a bit weird, mate. Fact,
Exactly.
am I taller than Logan Paul? How tall is Logan Paul?
What?
How
Okay.
tall is Logan Paul? Logan Paul is slightly taller than me. Fuck. I need to
He's,
grow a bit.
162, I think.
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
You're right. With the whole thing of like Logan Paul is he puts out on Twitter that he's this big bad man, right?
I don't think he
And
is.
He's putting. Then he's also what? We fucked around about the KSI fight to the point of where
hang
it
on.
nearly got
That was a fight.
right. He's called it off because of the holes in his head. I put in quotes. Because to me, honestly, it doesn't seem real.
I genuinely think. How tall? He's
the doctor-
1.88 meters, which is about 6'2", 6'3". I'm 6'1", so I'm a bit shorter. But here's the
the thing
thing.
about-
He's like, I
Have
think
you
he's
seen the
actually
video of
spongy.
it?
I have not seen the video.
Basically, like when he's in this doctor's office, the doctor's telling him about how he's got these holes in his head or whatever. So, and it's saying like, oh, you're gonna be, you know, a little bit away from human motions. You're not gonna care as much, stuff like this. And it's basically the doctor giving him a guilt-free path to get away with the suicide forest thing and a way to get out of the rematch.
Hang on, holes in your head.
Holes in his head, like he claims.
Bullshit. If you had holes in your head, your brain can't have oxygen touching it for too long, or it'll die.
It was just fucking ridiculous.
Basic fucking biology. Yes, I'm taller than you. I'm 6'1", 6'2", but I'm still growing, and I'm really growing quick. That I've only got one leg. Hang on. Oh fuck, Connor.
What have you done?
Fuck! I unplugged my headphones.
Idiot.
Can you talk? I'm gonna try and fix this.
Right, but
There we go. I can hear you. Fuck! I just yanked my headphones out my head for a second. I tried to stand up and forgot that I was tied down. Yeah. Holes in your head would kill you, mate.
it really just doesn't seem real, like at all. It seems like it's such a big app.
What?
Like, he's a fucking little bitch. It's all he is.
Hang on, you're training to be a doctor, so you'll find out in a couple of months if you know you can have holes in the head or not. I'm growing, I'm only 16. Oh yeah, I'll grow quicker than you, mate. I have to lie down. Fuck off! I have to lie down so much recently, it sucks. I grow so much. I can hear fucking C-3PO going off in the background telling me to play Bop It. Yeah, switch off C-3PO, no one loves you. Not even Annie. Anyway, I think that's all the news we got.
Yeah, that's it for the news this week.
Is there anything you want to talk about then, Connor?
Honestly, I feel like good.
Yeah,
can
can
you...
you...
I'd want to rant about was college.
So you ready to win this?
Right, I think I'm good to end if you're good.
I've got nothing else to talk about. We'll get some more stuff for next time, probably, though.
Yeah.
Alright.